Okay, welcome guys to week four of our 6-week fast track to executive training. We're actually just talking about the amazing Gemma, who has just sent through her day 1 to 30 results and sent her first 5 messages yesterday, which was really exciting. So big shout out to you, Gemma, well done. And thanks to everyone who's on the call. I know we're in week 4 and I'm currently on day 23 of the Healthy Mind and Body. And they actually say on day 23 of the Healthy Mind and Body, this is the day where you actually want to throw it all in. So, you know, when you are on your health journey or your business journey, day 23 is a pretty important day, which I'm on currently, where you just want to stop, throw it in, too hard basket. So Healthy Mind and Body is absolutely crucial. Thanks to everyone who's on the call tonight. I really appreciate it. Tonight, we're going to be talking some serious, awesome stuff because we're on week 4. So far in the first 3 weeks, you would have, if you stuck to your plan, you know, you would have sent at least 60 to 100 messages by now, right, through this process. So week 4 is about 2 things. Number 1, follow-up. And number 2 that we're going to be creating or talking about tonight is never, ever running out of people to talk to. Hands up if you would love to know the secret in how to never run out of people to talk to. Yeah, because every single person's list runs out at some point, and I'm going to give you this incredible tool where you can have unlimited people to talk to for the rest of your life. Sound good? Yeah, thought so. All right, so our numbers this week, page 39 of your 90-day game plan. I'd love to hear from someone if they've actually achieved their numbers. Obviously, we're focused on the 90-day game plan where we write down our numbers each week and see if we've achieved those. Anyone want to share if they actually achieved it, if they didn't quite hit it, if they crushed it? You know, got 10% off this week, so love to hear from you guys. Hey, Brooke. That's okay. No one wants to share. That's fine. So what we do at the start of every week is I want you to go to page 40 on your 90-day game plan, which is week 4. And I just want you to quickly, just a couple of minutes, just jot down your goals for this week coming, because it's so important to set your week for success. Ideally, each week you should be improving each week on your numbers. So check out your numbers this week and jot those down. What I really love about this 90-day game plan is it gives you every single thing that you need for your week in order to move forward with your goals. So if you're not getting the enrollments you're looking for, there's a reason. You know, you're not connecting with enough people. If you're connecting with enough people, then there's another reason. You're probably not asking the right questions. You know, so it's a way of being able to break it down and see what areas you need to work on. So let's spend 2 minutes just jotting down your weekly goals under page 40 of the 90-day game plan. All right. Anyone want to share with their numbers if what they're going to be connecting with people this week. How many initial contacts are they going to make this week? At any time, you guys can unmute. Like, I'm happy to have a conversation with.
Hi, Greg. I'll share.
Like a computer screen. I'm pumped. All right, Brookie, go.
Okay, I had a pretty average week last week. I have to say, everything just seemed to get in the way, and I keep making excuses. So this week, I want to up the ante. So I had 35 on my list last week, and I definitely didn't meet that. And so this week, I want to message. I've put 50, but I'm going to aim for a little bit more.
Wow.
The thing is, yeah, I need to do it. I need to do it more. I need to set aside the time. I've been good with my Healthy Mind and Body course, but I've been making up excuses with the sending the messages, and I have to do. I don't know. You have to be in the right mindset to do it, because sometimes I can talk myself out of it.
Yeah, I love that. I love that, Brookie. Thank you so much for sharing. Can I give you one bit of advice?
Yeah.
Delete the word need out of your vocabulary from now on.
Okay.
And just say, I will.
I will.
I am contacting 50. Not I need to, because at the end of the day, you don't need to do anything, right? But if you say I need to, it almost comes across as a bit of a, like subconsciously, almost a bit of a chore.
Yeah.
Like, I'm excited to contact 50 this week.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Change my mindset.
just your words, not your mindset. Your mindset's awesome. It's amazing. Yeah. Just slightly change the words and you'll crush it.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Anyone else want to share?
I will.
Gems, go.
Yeah. For me, I wrote down 50 as well. Can you keep it down? For me, I wrote down 50 as well, and the reason I wrote 50 was because I know I've only sent a limited amount of messages, but I feel like I've finally found a message that is authentic to me, and I think that's what I was really struggling with in the past, is that I was looking at different scripts and kind of watching what other people were doing, but it wasn't true to me or authentic to me. And I finally kind of just sat down the other day and thought, let's just be completely raw and real and honest. And I just wrote something out, and I thought, you know what, I'm happy to send that. And it is more of a referral text. But now that I've kind of found my groove with it, I feel like I'm happy just to pump that same thing out and then obviously change it to suit that person. So yeah, I've done my list, and I feel confident to be able to send 50 out, which is what, like 7 a day over a week?
Yeah.
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 So that's my plan.
That's amazing. Let's give her a round of applause.
See how we go.
We got the cheerleaders in the back.
We're
It looks so small when I do this. Oh, how good is life? Jam, you got this. It's awesome. Your 30-day results are amazing. I can't wait for you to send that message out and inspire people. Well done. Anyone else want to share? It's all good. If you don't want to, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to move on to something that I'm really, really passionate about, and it's something that I look for years, trying to find a way of never running out of your hot market, always being able to fill the funnel, right? So I'm just going to share with you guys my screen and give you a little demo of what's possible with your Facebook. So this little gem here is called the Ninja Search Tool. All right, so if you jot that down, the Ninja Search Tool, I'll just move that over there. As you can see up the top here, I'll just highlight it there. It's called ninjasearchtool.com. This is by a really good friend of mine, Fraser Brooks, has created this for you to be able to connect with people everywhere in the world the right way, authentically. You're not trying to spam them, but you're trying to connect and add people to your funnel. So what you do is you go in here to the top bar here and you search all people. So that's the first thing we want to do. Search all people. Now, gender, you can check male or female, which is really exciting. So if you are a female and you just want to work with females, obviously you've got the option there. So let's pop in females as a example. We'll go with English. We'll go with current location. So let's say current location is cool. Let's say, where do we want to? Let's go to Australia. Wait for that to load. What's going on here? And I love this spot here. I love this section here where it says, I'm just waiting for my computer to catch up. Seriously. Oh, this is running smoothly. Yep. I've got an Atari. I'm working on it. I've got the 1980 first ever Atari in front of me. Okay. So Australia, interest. Let's say we want to be in fitness. Let's go with find people. So what this is doing, this is now going into Facebook. It's searching for every single person in Australia that is a female in fitness. How cool is that? Just quietly. Is that cool? That's pretty cool. Just quietly. That's cool. Yep. So what you can do is you can go in, and this is a really good friend of ours, Lauren Petrovic. So I'm obviously not going to click and add her because she's already in Isagenix. But I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to find someone that is smiling in their profile picture. You know, someone that I feel like I could probably connect with. And I'll just go in and click, okay, this lady here. Just got dial-up internet, so just bear with me here for a second. So first off, her profile pic she looks great. She's smiling. She looks happy. I'm going to go through her Facebook. Yeah. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I can see one mutual friend here, so Melinda. So if I was going to add her as a friend, the first thing I would say is, hey, I can see we've got a mutual friend. We've got a mutual friend, Melinda. You know, and I can get into a conversation with this girl. So I'll obviously go in here and send her a friend request if I feel like I can connect with her. And as you've got a little message box here, you can click on there and send her a message. Now, what is a great message to send? Hey, Elise, I think it is, if I'm explaining it right. Hope you're well. It's great to connect here on Facebook. I see we have, you know, a mutual friend, Melinda. You know, what's new with you? Something along those lines, maybe with a rocket emoji, or if you love heart emojis or smiley emojis, whatever emoji you love, pop that in there, and then just wait for her to respond back. So that right there is what I would regard as one of the biggest tools that you can use for Facebook and for never ever running out of your warm market and constantly growing. And especially when you're expanding your business around the world, you can click on there and look up London, you can look up all parts of the world and connect with someone, you know, exactly in the part of the world that you're looking to build a business. So I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. Does anyone want to unmute and share? Happy to talk to a computer screen all night, don't mind. Unmute, like at some point.
It's awesome, Greg. Thank you for sharing that. I remember you showed me that at Celebration, so I've definitely looked into it, but I've still been a bit of a chicken with going with my warm market, but I'm working on that at the moment, and I know that's there for when I get to my cold market.
Yeah. Hey, Brookie, just what I would suggest so that you never ever run out of your warm market is if you add 3 people a day.
Yeah. Okay.
From that,
yeah,
in 12 months' time, you would have added 1,000 people.
Wow. Yeah, it's a good idea.
So,
I'm going to add that to my goals.
Yeah. So the cool thing is, if you've got 1,000 people on your Facebook list, right?
Yeah.
And you talk to 3 people a day for 12 months, you are going to run out of everyone on your Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
But if you start now and you add 3 people and you talk to 3 people, then you're always going to have 1,000 people that you haven't spoken to.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good idea.
Yeah, awesome.
Cool. Thanks.
Ames, do you want to share from the back?
From the back row here. I was just going to say that that I just added, like, I typed in nursing because that's like my usual kind of day job. So I typed in nursing and it came up with all people who, a lot of them I had a mutual friend with, but I just thought that would be a good topic of interest to kind of say, I don't know, like, oh, I see you're friends with such and such. Did you used to work at this hospital? Or, you know, just create some kind of contact like that we both share that. And then I could go into, you know, eventually sharing my story of how, you know, have cut down my hours nursing to, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. You know, there's a really, really good thing in your 90-day game plan of how to connect with someone. It's called FORM, FORM, family, occupation, recreation, dreams. So you're asking them those questions before you let them know about what you're doing. Does that make sense? So in your 90-day game plan, how to connect, that's what you do when you're connecting with a brand new person that you don't know. You're not going to add someone from that incredible tool and then just go, here's my 30-day results. Do you know anyone who would love to look like Meg? Like, that's pretty much the biggest no. That's like a no-go because it's spamming. You want to get to know your new person, you know, get them to know, like, and trust you enough for them to ask you what you do, and then off you go. All right. Anyone else want to share? Have they ever seen that tool? Are they going to start using it?
Hi.
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 Hey, Nicole.
Hi. Good, thanks. How are you?
Really well, thank you.
Yeah, I think I need to use that because I've been doing this over 2 years now, and I get a bit stuck with messaging people because I feel like I've messaged everyone. So I'll try that.
Yeah, it's a game changer, Nicole, because, you know, you're just constantly filling your funnel. And the other thing is they're going to see your Facebook, they're going to see your posts, they're going to, you know, the first thing that someone does when you add them as a friend, and what we do is we go through and just look at their last maybe 10 or 15 posts. So if your social media is great and it's up to date and you're doing really good posts and it's engaging and you're doing a few lives, what are they going to see? They're going to see a really great Facebook page where they can really start to connect. And if you've got some before and afters on there, you've got a live that you did, maybe an interview with someone, if you've got some really good quotes in there, all of a sudden, you know, you're going to be talking to that person and, you know, they're going to maybe ask you, hey, what was that before and after? Like, you know, so they're starting to look at your Facebook, okay? So hopefully that helps. And you can really connect with exactly who you're looking to connect with.
I'll try. I will.
Yes, get rid of try. That's gone as well. So try and need and can't. Those words, goodbye. Okay.
Can I just say, Greg, it's really interesting when you do message people, like, or you see them out on the street, and how often they talk to you about your posts, even though they've never liked or commented or said anything, and they often say, "Oh, I saw that you know, you're doing this real cool fitness thing, or you're looking real healthy, or whatever." But no one, they've never mentioned it to you, but they are watching. It's amazing.
Yeah, they are watching. They're all watching.
Yeah.
For every like, there's 10 more watching. So yeah. Go, Bronnie.
I agree with you, Brooke. That's what I'm finding. Some of them who I thought might join, and, you know, 5 weeks on, all of a sudden, just out of the blue, I get this, oh, do you think you might be able to talk to me about that? And it's like, Really? 5 weeks later? So, yeah. I mean, I'm really new, so I don't know how it works, but it's fascinating that people do so much watching.
Yeah. Great share. Thank you. They do. That's why you got to be consistent. You know, even those days where you don't feel like posting, just throw something up there. Okay. So now what I wanted to do is really share with you. So that's a tool that you guys can utilize, and I really recommend that you send this video to your team to show them about this tool. The next thing I wanted to share with you guys is follow-up. So that's the other thing I wanted to talk about this week. Because you're at the 4-week mark now, so you would have sent a lot of messages. You know, it's time to then start to follow up with, you know, your network. So I'm just going to share my screen and show you our Team Free page. And for some of you, you may not have seen this, so I'm just going to, you know, show you again. But so the golden rule to follow up is set the appointment so that you don't need to follow up. So that's the golden rule with follow up, is never, ever, ever send the gold until you have a follow up locked in. So that is the golden rule when you're talking about follow up. But I'm going to show you 2 things tonight with regards to follow up. So we're going here into our Start Here to Build a Business. We'll click on that link. And we've got our follow-up system here, which is from the amazing Zach Slobin. So as you can see here, at the start, it's important that we're setting the appointment. So great, so let me ask you a question. When do you think you'll be able to review the information I send you? Wednesday next week. Okay, great. So if I touch base with you on Wednesday, you would have checked out the information for sure? Question mark. Yes. Awesome. On Wednesday, which works best for you? Morning or evening? Evening. Great. Wednesday evening I can do 6 or 7:30, which works best for you? 7:30. Great. I look forward to chatting you at 7:30. That is how you follow up. So let's say you haven't done this process. So to me, this process here will increase your business by more than 80%, because what you'll find is if you don't do this process, 5% of people will look at your information and get on the phone with you. If you do this process and follow this, 80% of people will then watch the information and get on the phone to you. So it's crucial that you do this part. But let's say, for argument's sake, you've done this part and they've gone cold on you, or you haven't done this and you're trying to work out how to follow up with your whole entire network that you've potentially sent 50 messages to. So let's just go back to our Team Free training, and I want you to check over here on the left-hand side under Files. And we have our advanced training in here for inviting people, following up, overcoming objections. But tonight we're obviously checking follow-up. So we actually have 7 templates in here for follow-ups, 7 different scenarios that you're going to come across. So if you're finding that you're not sure what to do with your network, then you can go into our training, check out the follow-ups templates and see which one's going to best suit your prospect and send it across to them. Again, just waiting for dial-up just to click in. Another thing I want you to write down with regards to follow-up is one of the best ways to follow up, I believe, is when you're following up, make sure that if it's been a while and you want to follow up with them, try and rekindle the conversation just from a friendship point of view. So if you talk to them and then you send them a video and then a month later you're following up with them and they go cold on you and they keep going cold on you, make sure that make sure that when you are following up with them, that you're trying to get back to, let's say they barracked for Richmond and you followed up with them 3 times and they're just not getting back to you. I would follow up with them and talk to them about, hey, do you reckon Richmond are going to win this week? And see if they get back to just having a normal conversation with you, because clearly they're not interested, right? If you keep hounding them, they go cold and they start to get a little bit annoyed. So here's our follow-up system. 80% of sales are made between the 5th and the 12th follow-up. So if you've only followed up a couple of times and they haven't enrolled, don't worry. You need to see 5 to 12 exposures before they enroll. And a really good rule of thumb when you're following up is if you follow up once a month for a year, they'll enroll somewhere in that year. So once a month for a year, they should enroll somewhere along that year, if they're keen, if they're interested. So follow-up scenario number 1, and I'll just go through these quickly, but I love this one where you're talking to someone out and about, you've had a conversation with them, they've told you that they want more energy or they want to lose weight. Be mindful when you're talking to them then and there, not to jump down their throat, but to get their mobile number or Facebook, and then 24 hours to 48 hours later, go back to them and say, hey, you know, the other day you were wanting to lose 15 kilos or you're wanting to have more energy, you know, were you serious? Because that really shows that you've listened, you care, and you're following up. So that's scenario number 1. You know, you've shared Isagenix, you've added them to the cleanse page, so this is a great follow-up script. Follow-up script number 3 is I've said yes, but, so they've got an objection, so that's a great one. Same for follow-up script 4. Follow-up script 5, you've got inactives, people on our support page, referrals, promotions. Follow-up script 6 is a great one. I love this one. They've gone cold on you, right? I love this follow-up. Hey, hope you're doing well. I know I've sent you 8 messages and you haven't responded. I wanted to know, I'm guessing that you're either super busy or you're just not interested in Isagenix. And if that's the case, just let me know. It's absolutely fine. Or that's absolutely fine. Or I've actually said something to offend you. I know I get really passionate about Isagenix because what it's done for me, my family and my friends, and I've been a little over the top. I'm really sorry. To tell you the truth, if I've offended you, I'd hate for that to interfere with our relationship. Whatever the reason, just let me know. Hope all is well. That follow-up is a genius script. It's an absolute, Ronnie, it's a genius script because you're being so sincere, you've sent them 8 messages, you're hoping that you haven't offended them, you want to keep the relationship, you know you go over the top because you're so passionate, but the amount of times people come back and say, no, you haven't offended me, I'm so glad you're reaching out to me, I'm super busy, I want to get started with you, but I just can't yet, give me a month, and boom. It is a game changer. And this one down the bottom, I love. Just a flat out no, right? So that's cool. There's so many different no's, but just make it clear, you know, don't annoy them. But one really good thing is if they're on our cleanse page and they have a massive objection, you know, whether it's, you know, they can't do shakes or the price or whatever, post it on our healthy living page. Don't tag them in it, but hopefully they'll see it. So that's if it's a flat out no. But at all times, guys, with regards to follow-up, at all times with your network, at one time or another, like they're your friends, right? So you just want to keep the relationship at all times. So make sure that you use the scripts, make sure that you're never sending the gold until you've booked that follow-up time in, and you're going to see your business absolutely soar. So our goal over this 6 weeks is to really teach you guys how to be professional network marketers. That is the goal. Like, we want you to do it in a way that comes across so authentic, so you. The way that you follow up is a professional way. We've just shown you tonight how you can never run out of people to talk to who are your exact target market, and then get into a conversation with them. And if they're open, they're asking you some questions and you guys vibe, you never know who your next best friend's going to be. So we've got one here. She's pretty cool. We've got Jem here up on the sunny coast. You just never know, right? You know, Brookie Ray met in a gym in Bali, right? Like, you just never know who's going to be your next best friend. So that's me talking. I'd love to hear from you guys. Whew, I'm worn out. Go for it, Bronnie.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Greg, I know all these tools are there, but sometimes you're so busy, you got things happening here and things happening there, and you're trying to do a post and all that sort of stuff. And I really appreciate you going through it and actually pulling out what's the real gold. I don't want to use that word. What's the real key take-home messages in the PowerPoint? Because that one that you just said about if they say no, I think that's a fantastic one to have up your sleeve, because sometimes you do just get that bit too passionate about things. And I think sometimes I've learned just in the last 5 weeks that I assume that other people are thinking what I'm thinking, but that's not actually the case. And I've had some very weird twists happen. So, yeah, I think that can help you. It can be a great tool. Yeah. So thanks for sharing that. I really appreciate it, and focusing us in on that bit.
Yeah, and that's exactly why we're doing it, Bronnie, because we know, like, let's face it, we're all busy. Everyone is busy. Like, and it's just trying to direct everyone to a place, just a place where you can find the information. So Rach and I are currently at the moment just going through our training system and making it even more simplistic and even better. So we're going to release that this week, which is like, we're so pumped to be able to release that. And it's going to be even more simplistic and just can't wait. So our goal over this whole period is to help you guys succeed, and for you not to be overwhelmed and have one place where you go to, because that is duplication. So I'm glad that you got something out of that.
Is it okay if I just quickly say something, Greggy?
Yeah, go, Rosanna.
I actually just sent that to another friend of ours, of Urena and mine, that follow-up script, and she's just buzzed out of her head. She goes, I can't believe how good that is. She was asking how to follow up, and I went, oh, I'll just send you this, look through this. And so she's really excited about it now. So there you go. So it makes it so much easier when we have something to actually see. Well, if you're a visual person like me, like view and see and be able to go, oh right, that's so, because we sort of know it, but then we don't know it until we see it, and then we see it and we go, oh yeah, that's fantastic. How easy is that? So much appreciation for all the work that you guys putting that together.
No, it's all good. Like, we appreciate it. It's just to give you, it's just like the say, share, do scripts are so incredible. Like, they're so good. Like, you see all the say parties that are happening at the moment, you know, because people just want to know what to say. I want some options of the right way of doing it, so they don't come across and burn bridges and lose friends and, you know, be that person that people run across the other side of the road to. We just don't want to be. We want to do it the right way, professional. So, all right. Who's pumped? Because every week, we have this time where we go ahead and we send our messages, right? It's our time. Go, Bronnie.
So I'm not sure if I'm going to get off the track here, but I'm going to this room tomorrow with 1,000 women in it. Where do I start?
Just plonk yourself in the center, stand on the table,
and just
elephant.
Hold a sign above your head and just go, talk to me if you want to look as good as this.
Stick on.
So Okay, so here's. I want you to write down these 5 words. Would it be okay if?
I was teaching Brian those 5 words yesterday.
So what I want you to do, Bronnie, with these 1,000 women, is I want you to ask probing questions of pain points or of something that would light them up. So it's either going to be a pain point or it's going to light them up. So if you talk to one of these women and say, hey, so what do you do? And they go, oh yeah, I do this. And you go, oh, awesome. So, you must love what you do. Well, if they say, no, I don't love what I do, there's a pain point, right? If you say, oh, do you get to travel a lot with what you do? No, I don't get to travel a lot. I work, 7 days a week. Okay. Then you say this, would it be okay if, and then you fix their pain point.
Okay.
Would it be okay if you could earn a residual income on the side so you could travel whenever you wanted? Would it be okay? Let's say someone's sitting there and they're saying, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I want to lose 15 kilos. Bronwyn, what have you done? You look amazing.
Yeah.
Right? Then you ask them a few questions and get to what's going on with them. They may say, look, I'd love to lose 10 kilos. Well, would it be okay if you could lose 10 kilos and not join the gym?
And my recommendation would be, Bonnie, is to find a connection with every single person that you meet.
Hang on, who's talking?
Sorry, me. I'm not in the background.
Oh, right.
I feel like
the peanut gallery. My suggestion would be to build a relationship or a connection with every single person that you meet, because you're going to meet obviously a lot of women.
Yeah.
And I would have a goal for as many people as you can get on your Facebook.
So, great idea.
Yeah, because you're going to be talking to a lot of people and you may not have that opportunity to go too deep with questions, but you can certainly find that instant connection and say, oh, look, I'd love to chat to you further about what you do, or maybe we can collaborate some way and just connect on Facebook then and there.
Yeah. Actually, I met a woman in the park today through the dogs and she came to me because we had the same dog and had a skin rash, blah, blah, blah. And I was listening to her because she was giving me all these great tips and everything. And I didn't get it. And I should have said to her, listen, can we just connect on Facebook? Because I'd really love to get your mum's, the product that she used for this dog.
Yeah.
I know where she walks in the park. I'll find
it. But that's the goal, right? And the more
I really like that. So that's my goal, to get them on Facebook. Okay.
Yeah, have a number and just go in there and think, right, I'm gonna make 50 friends today on Facebook. How cool is that?
Rach is also going to say something. What are you going to say, Rach?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
Great point.
I'll let me and Rach go out drinking together, because that's exactly what I would say. But I would even take it one step. I would go, are you free on Monday? Let's have a coffee, or I'll give you a call and I'll tell you all about it. But first, let's have a champagne. And then go and have fun with them. Grab a champagne. It's all and make sure. So I just met a girl at the cheese and wine bar just before, and just literally talked to her for 20 seconds. And she wants to build the business. She wants to make 6 figures. She hates her job, loves to travel, wants to live in Mexico, and I'm having lunch with her next week. And Fawn, how long did I talk to her for?
Oh, yeah, well, it was maybe a minute.
What did it take to us?
I'm not even kidding. But the thing is, Bron, it's the...
Okay, hang on. Just stop there for a second. What did you say in that minute? Everyone wants to know what did you say, right? Give me the goal.
So I just said to them, so do you guys all work at the real estate agents? She's like, yeah. I'm like, all you girls? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you guys must have so much fun. And she's like, yeah, it is. She goes, what do you do? I go, I work from home. I do Isogenics. I make plenty of money. And she's like, I've heard of that. And then what did I say?
Oh, well, then she said, I don't think I could work from home. And Rachel's like, that's okay. Come work at my place.
And I'm actually...
Great example.
But the thing is, she wanted to talk to me about it then and there, and we were sitting at 2 tables next to each other, and I didn't want to talk to her. I'm like,
Yeah.
Like, don't talk to me now. I go, let's have lunch during the week.
Because she was
Yeah.
out workmate.
And so I like it's the same situation Bron, as you. Like I don't want to get into a conversation then and there with her. She probably won't even remember it. Exactly what Rach said, get her details, but tell her you're going to speak to her on Monday.
So for the 2 tables of 24 that I know, I was going to say to them, I'm actually on Sunday, if you're free, you can come and taste the products at my place.
Yep. So don't make it such a big invite. I would make it personal so they feel special.
Okay.
Would you guys do the same?
Yeah.
I would have just
I think that could scare people off.
The table. I would be chatting to them and be like, you know what, you should just pop around on Sunday. I've got some friends over. I'll show you the products. You can have a taste. We can have a champagne on the balcony by the pool.
I've just got to go and take a phone call, Rachel.
Okay, hopefully someone's sick so I can come.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, so when you are talking to people, the more people you can get on Facebook, the better. Make sure you take a screenshot of that person that you've added. So that is a really important thing. Take a screenshot so you can remember them. But if you're talking to someone and they are telling you about the pain in their life, if you say, would it be okay if, their mindset is, their subconscious mind is open to hearing what's next. Just be aware of that. All right, let's spend the next 15 minutes. We're going to blitz it out. We've got 10% off this week. We've got Hokey Pokey coming next week. Let's send out some messages. Let's see if, hey, let's aim for 10 each, yeah? Because if you've got a number down that you want to contact 20 people this week or 50 people this week, let's get 10 done in 15 minutes, have some fun, and let's see if we get any responses back. So I'm going to mute out. Let's go for it.
Hey, wait, I want to ask Rosanna how those
We're
guys
unmuted.
are. Yeah, hey, Rosanna. How are those guys going with all their messages?
Hello. Yes. Well, she's okay. So she's just messaging me now. Yeah, good. So what I actually did, we sat down and we went through you share, they share really sort of thoroughly. So they get that basic down right. And then they had their list of 100 there. Oh, I took a photo of it actually. And she was sending out 30 messages today. So she's got a couple of replies, which is good. So she'll have consultants, 2 consultants this week, I think, or next week.
I guess for everybody on the call who's still here now, sorry, Greg, I hope it's okay I talk, but if someone come to you and said, I need to earn $1,000 a week in the next 8 weeks, you know, to change my whole entire family's future, like, you know, what would you guys do? And like the biggest thing is just knowing that we do have that with Isagenix. Like we have an opportunity that can definitely help people do that. And then the next, like, I know that even 6 months ago, if someone had asked me that, I would have been like, oh my God, like I would have felt a lot of pressure. But truly, honestly, I just said straight away to this family who are actually Mel and Max's friends, I'm like, that's great. Let's get on a call and let's map you out a plan. And guys, do you want to know what the plan is? It's called, go and check the pin post, Team Empowered. That's our plan. You know, anyone can come to you and tell you they want to earn an income. They have to earn an income. They want to build this business, right? You get them on a phone to us because we need to know their goals. We need to know what's going on. But then we go back to the steps. Everyone does the same thing. The only thing that's slightly different is I believe you need to attach yourself to them. Okay, you need to be there. Your support and your cheerleading needs to be like 10 out of 10. And you know, you share, they share, repeat. If they weren't so desperate, we probably might not have been as forceful that they know it. But hey, like the truth is that everyone needs to know you share, they share. Everyone needs to write their list. Everyone needs to know Map to Crystal Executive and the rank advancement bonuses. And you've got a simple step. It's up to them whether they do it. You never, ever, ever are responsible for the action that they take. But what you're responsible for is just directing them to the simple steps, handing them the map. That's it. Okay?
Yeah, that's it. It's awesome. They're on fire. They're going to do it. I can see it. I could see it in their eyes last night on the call. Okay. How did you guys go? Who sent out a message? I'll tell you one thing. I sent out the follow-up script that I sent to this guy about 15 times. And I sent him that follow-up script. So, you know, it was good to go over those follow-up scripts and just pick one that's going to really work. So, anyone else send a follow-up script? Yep. Awesome. Okay. All right. So, I don't want to keep you guys any longer today. This week, what I'd love you guys to do is go through the Ninja tool. And your goal this week, if you can add 5 people a day from the Ninja tool, you've got 35 new people that you've got creating relationships and conversations with. And really pick the person that you feel like you're going to connect the most with. That is the goal. You know, if they're in nursing, if they're a mum, if, you know, they're in fitness, if they're in corporate, you're going to be able to connect much better if you're connecting with someone that's very similar to you. So hopefully that makes sense. You guys are crushing it. Go for it, Bronnie. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, Rach, sorry, not Rach. You've got Rachel under your name. It's pretty hard. Yeah, Greg, I just had another plan for tomorrow. I just got a ticket and I thought I might take Rach Pedretti with me and she can just show me how it's done.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. Is she there?
There you go.
Did you really get me a ticket?
Yeah, you're going.
Find me a hairdresser?
Pardon?
You find me a hairdresser?
What?
I need
I've got a 9 o'clock appointment. You better get one, woman, and a dress and some shoes.
Oh, I'm wearing a jumpsuit. We're done. Easy. Am I really?
Jenny Schwab just said, oh, that's awesome. Someone's mother has just got pneumonia and she can't come. The tickets are $165. Bring the cash.
Okay, great. We'll work out the hair tomorrow. Can I wear a long sleeve, long pant jumpsuit?
See you, Greg.
Hey, I love your work. You know, you've got the absolute master on your side. Like, if you're going to recruit someone who's like a jet, and that's Rach. She's a jet. She'll go out and talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime. So
she's got 999 to pick from tomorrow. Oh, 998, sorry.
So the other thing that I really think is really important is, and with Isogenics, and Bron, you've shown us this, me and Fauna, like, we sit at home all day. Like, you know, we should be out going to these things. Like, and we should be, and you know what? You guys can look at us and go, oh, you know, why are they talking about this stuff? It's not relevant. Well, it is so relevant because this is how you meet people. You don't have to spend $165 on a ticket, but you do need to get out. You do need to meet people. You do need to show people your energy. You do need to show people you care about them. You need to have conversations. And, you know, if we can all learn something from Bron. I was being cheeky. Go and get me a ticket. I'll do all the prospecting for you.
Are you coming?
Yeah, I'm coming. I've already got my outfit picked out. Yeah, absolutely. The other thing is I'm doing a Facebook Live in 10 minutes with a girl who is like the Oprah of Isogenics. So you guys should come and check that out too. Okay. And we can learn from her as well. She interviews everyone consistently every week.
Okay, I want to say one more thing, Greg. Let's do it as a research, what happens tomorrow, and we can put a table together for next year of 10 girls to go to the ovarian cancer lunch.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then you can
Love it. I'll get my skirt. I'm there.
No, you'll be with Brian at the boys'
There's
after
a boys'
party.
one next door.
Oh, yeah.
As long as you get your legs
I'm
wet.
going to find me a husband.
And 6 o'clock they open the doors between both.
Okay, I'm there. Let's do it. Hey, thanks, guys. Appreciate you jumping on, and, you know, hopefully tonight's just open up your mind to what you can do. You know, you've got the ability to never run out of people to talk to. So if anyone asks me ever again who's on this call, where are people, I'm going to direct you back to this video. So, and follow up. It's the key. Fortune's in the follow up. So use the templates, use the scripts. Don't get upset if they don't enroll up the second time. 5 to 12 exposures, 80% of people enroll in that period. Have an awesome night.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks,
Guys. See ya.
Thanks, Greg, for everything, all the effort. Great.
Love you guys. See you later. Bye.